Hey guys, Sebastian again. So today we'll be breaking down round 1 of the Garry Kasparov vs. Deep Blue rematch from 1997. Garry Kasparov with the white pieces, Deep Blue with the black pieces. Garry Kasparov begins the round with knight to f3. This move gave Garry Kasparov much success in the first match, so why break the pattern? d5 by Deep Blue. g3, this is the King's Indian attack. Most people think the King's Indian defense on black, but instead it can be played with white with knight to f6, d5, and g3. Bishop to g4, this is known as the Keres variation, kind of like a reverse Trumpowski in a way. b3, going for a double fianchetto setup, going for the very rare center X. I have 6 X's. Knight to d7, bishop to b2, e6, bishop to g2, knight g to f6, short castles, c6. He's taking control of the light squares, but Garry Kasparov has some good control on these dark squares. d3, going for the knight transfer here. That happens. Short castles, h3, attacking the bishop. Bishop to h5, e3, h6, queen to e1. Garry Kasparov plays a slow maneuvering type of game where he outsmarts Deep Blue. Queen to a5, a3, bishop to c7, knight to h6. This idea has the plan of ruining Deep Blue's pawn structure. g5, Deep Blue plays an aggressive move, but damages the kingside pawns. That damage cannot be undone in the future. For those of you who do not know, pawns cannot move backwards, only forwards. e5, e4. He plays e4 to prevent black from playing e4 himself. So he's countering a pawn break with a pawn break. Knight fe8, knight to h2, just still playing slow and maneuvering. Queen to b6, queen to c1, a5, going for some queenside counterplay. Rook to e1, bishop to d6, knight df1, d takes e4, d takes e4, bishop to c5, knight to e3, rook a to d8, knight h to f1, g4. And now I'm going to give you guys some time to think about what Garry Kasparov played. If you came up with the move h5, you would be incorrect. H takes g4, knight takes g4, f3, knight takes e3. Deep Blue continues to play in an aggressive fashion. Knight takes e3, bishop to e7, king to h1, bishop to g5, putting some more pressure on the knight on e3. Rook to e2, a4, b4, and f5. This is a sacrifice. E takes f5, e4, and f4, offering an exchange sacrifice which Deep Blue accepts. Garry Kasparov will have to will have full compensation with the passed pawn. Bishop takes e2, f takes g5, knight to e5, g6, bishop to f3, bishop to c3, queen to b5, queen to f1, queen takes f1, rook takes f1, h5, king to g1, king to f8, bishop to h3, b5, king to f2, king g7, g4. Kasparov is now winning the game. King to h6, rook to g1, h takes g4, bishop takes g4, bishop takes g4, knight takes g4 check, knight takes g4 check, rook takes g4, rook to d5, f6. Rook to d1, this is a blunder. This move was said to have been made due to Deep Blue having a bug in the system. g7, and in this position, the team of Deep Blue resigns because you cannot prevent promotion. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all like the new OBS setup. I really enjoy the look of it, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for round 2.